Hey y'all, this Erika, Kirk, and Candace Owens thing has gotten out of control. You know, the sad thing is I don't even know how we got here. I thought that after Charlie Kirk's death, we should have been more united than ever before. We are the most divided that we have ever been in the history of the Republican Party, the history of the conservative movement. It should have never happened. And I'm in the middle of it because I know Turning Point, everybody at Turning Point. I know Candace personally, I know Erika personally, I knew Charlie personally, and it's personal to me. And I gotta say something about it. Not that I don't have to, but I'm gonna say something about it because I wanna put this to bed once and for all. I don't want y'all talking to me about this no more. I ain't bringing it up no more. I'm gonna set the record straight right here, then I'm done. Like, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to get notifications anytime I go live, make a video. Y'all already know what to do. Let's get right into this. Now, we got to show the videos because I just want people to understand the totality of circumstances before I get into this, before I tell you what I feel, and before I start talking about this, that, and the other, before I start getting on people's cases and telling you who I disagree with and who I agree with. I got to play the video. This is Erika Kirk going on Fox News, and this is what she had to say. Broke my doggone heart. I could not imagine what Erika Kirk is going through right now. I just can't imagine. I don't care what you think about it. I don't care if you think she's fake or not. She should be the CEO or not. I don't care what you think about it. At the end of the day, we're talking about a woman who lost her husband, somebody that we all loved, somebody that we believed in, somebody that got their life taken in a gruesome way at 31 years old, somebody that had kids, somebody that had dreams and aspirations of running a major organization, could have been the president one day. And the wife of that man loses him. And people are coming after her. It's insane to me. Roll the clip.
Come after me, call me names, I don't care. Call me what you want, go down that rabbit hole, whatever. But when you go after my family, my Turning Point USA family, my Charlie Kirk Show family, when you go after the people that I love, and you're making hundreds and thousands of dollars every single episode, going after the people that I love because somehow they're in on this. No.
You know, I have to say it. I've never seen you like this.
No, this is righteous anger because this is not okay. It's not healthy. This is a mind virus. Yes, I believe in our judicial system. I do. We have a hell of a team working on this. Excuse my French. But this is not okay.
So you want to put these people back in the box where they've been creeping from?
I don't care what box you're in. But just know that your words are very powerful and we are human. My team are not machines and they're not robots. They are human. We have more death threats on our team and our side than I have ever seen. I have kidnapping threats. You name it, we have it. And my poor team is exhausted. And every time they bring this back up, what are we supposed to do? Relive that trauma all over again? They watched my husband get murdered. I have no idea how I would have reacted if I was there that day. And thank the good Lord that I did not have to see that happen. But my team, they are rocked to the core. So why every single day do they have to be dragged through the mud, analyzed, hyper-analyzed?
You know,
sit in a corner and cry and be in fetal position. This is a duty to my husband and it's an absolute honor and I will never back down. And so my message to them is to stop, to stop.
And that's what we will say here on Outnumbered.
Now, with that being said, I don't know why people will come out against Erika Kirk. Even if you wanted to come out against Erika Kirk, how about you just leave it alone? How about you just let it go? Some things don't need to be pressed. It just don't need, there's no need for it. It shouldn't be about money or anything, fame or anything, or country. It should be about that. I mean, Charlie lied, man. He died. At the minimum, we should be trying to continue his legacy if you cared about it. If you didn't care about it, just say you don't care about it, you hate him, and you want to tear down his legacy. Then that's what the leftists are doing at 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Let me ask you something. What would it feel like to skip your next 2 mortgage payments and keep that money in your pocket? 2 full payments. That is real breathing room, especially with the holidays coming up. And right now, that is exactly what you can do when you call American Financing. If you're feeling stretched by groceries, gas, and your bills are stacking up on you, you're not alone. Most Americans are putting every expense on a credit card. And those credit card rates are outrageous, climbing into the 20s and even 30s. But here's the good news. American Financing can help you use your home equity to pay off the high interest debt with mortgage rates in the low fives. Their salary-based mortgage consultants work for you and not for commission. They help homeowners restructure their loans, lower their payments, and save money every single month, and they do it with no upfront fees. Their customers are saving an average of $800 a month, and that's like getting a $10,000 raise without changing jobs. But you need to call now before it's too late. Reach out to American Financing at 866-889-8010. That's 866-889-8010, or go to americanfinancing.net/Tatum. Take control of your finances today.
Now, Candace Owens responded, and I want y'all to hear what Candace had to say about it. Roll the clip.
And you're making hundreds and thousands of dollars every single episode going after the people that I love because somehow they're in on this. No.
I'm sorry, but that whole thing right there is frustrating. And I'm going to explain to you why I just do not accept any of that. First and foremost, the idea that she does not have time. Okay, she definitely has time, okay? She's done Hannity, she's done The Five, she's done Fox and Friends, she's done Outnumbered, she's done Megyn Kelly Live, she sat down with the New York Times. She made time, by the way, in case you don't remember, to fly to DC for Sergio Gore to be sworn into the ambassador to India, as the ambassador to India, which feels kind of obscure and not necessarily related to Turning Point USA affairs, building affairs, or whatever it is. But sure, that's fine. I mean, obviously, you're also allowed to be a person if that's the homie and that's what you want to do. Sure. To that point that people are making hundreds and thousands of dollars, I just don't get how there's not someone on this very large PR team, as we're seeing these PR campaigns go out, that doesn't go, hey, maybe we should strike that. They made $40 million like 2 nights ago at Mar-a-Lago. Maybe that feels kind of a little bit like let them eat cake-ish. Oh, and we've made more than, separately from Mar-a-Lago, Turning Point USA, since Charlie was killed, just so you guys know, this is a fact, has made more than $100 million. That is separate from the $40 million they made at Mar-a-Lago the other night. So since Charlie has died, that organization has taken in $140 million. But gosh darn you people that are making hundreds of dollars every day on YouTube talking about Charlie Kirk's assassination and the BS narrative that is being fed and the very obvious psychological operation that is being employed to make you accept the BS that they are trying to sell to us. Gosh darn you. Did you make $1,000 today? Speaking about Charlie Kirk, well, you should be ashamed of yourself, says Turning Point USA, who in large part made that money because of those very people who gave to the organization immediately following Charlie Kirk's assassination. And the thing that is especially absurd about that is trying to almost like, I want to be clear that Turning Point USA is my family. The Charlie Kirk show is my family. She's just expanding the wings of people that we're not allowed to critique because they're in the family. If you call them fam, you can't critique them, right? Oh, I'm sorry. We actually are showing a clip of Rob McCoy defending a pedophile or trying to launder the reputation of, that's fam. That's the CK show fam. Oh, I'm sorry. We are actually pointing to the fact that we know for certain that this person or organization is sexual deviant. That's fam. Don't you get me upset. I know that this is a now $150 million in the last 3-month organization and we employ tons of people, but you can't critique. You can't critique the fam. And I hate to say this, but I'm going to be very clear here. This is why there are many people who do not believe that women are equipped to lead companies, because what you are watching here is an unbelievably emotional response that is absent of any logic, okay? If you really care about your team, answer the questions, okay? Just demystify the entire event. Come out, sit down, answer the questions so people don't think Turning Point USA looks so suspicious. Don't try to mom the organization and say, well, mother's upset because people are coming after her kids and all of the multi-million-dollar subsidiaries. That's my children, okay? The multi-million-dollar subsidiaries, Turning Point, like Turning Point Action, all that, those are my kids. So you can't critique them. Not a good idea. Okay, it may work in PR world. You guys, I know how it's an obvious PR campaign. It's never been more obvious of a psychological operation. I actually wish they would put me on payroll so I could help them make these things look more organic than having every single person that has been telling us to stop asking questions all make the exact same video within 4 seconds of each other, being like, whoa, Erika Kirk shuts down the No, she didn't even respond to one of the conspiracies. She gave us emotion.
Now you have seen Erika's response, Candace's response. And now I got to tell y'all and get in the middle of this. And I'm going to tell you why. I have been talking about this before Turning Point ever even stood up for themselves one time. I have been talking about this and saying the same thing that Erika said before Erika ever said anything about it.
Stop already. I'm seeing people that I trust. I'm seeing tactical dudes in the military making videos that like, bro, at what point, and I know people are doing it for clicks and money. You gotta be. You claim that you love Charlie and you love Turning Point USA. You claim that you support the movement, whoever that you are. And I see a ton of you guys, and I'm finna expose a few of them right now, that are saying things that are untoward and that will cause problems in the investigation. You are absolutely unequipped to speak on a subject if you think that Turning Point USA had anything to do with this, or you think that Turning Point USA should somehow release footage of an incident that's currently under investigation.
These young people on campus are now getting death threats. Young people who are working with Turning Point and now being framed as being a part of some collusion to get rid of Charlie Kirk. And it's very hurtful. Erika, I don't know her as well as I know Candace, but Erika, every time I've met her, she's so sweet. Like you see her, like, you see, that's like she's genuine, like that. When you talk to her, she's so like, I'm praying for you. God bless you. I love you. Thank you so much. It's so sweet. Every time I see her, she's like that. So when I see her now in her grief, I'm like, this is exactly who she really is. It's not a front. And she's a really strong believer in God, and so she know how to compose herself to do a press conference. And then she's probably falling apart at night.
Because people are spreading it on the internet, and in good faith and my loyalty to Turning Point USA and Charlie Kirk, I do want to make sure that his legacy don't get marred by idiotic individuals who spend the majority of their time pushing conspiracy theories. Terrell is a good dude. And they now are using him to make money and get you all riled up. Terrell never released this video publicly. That was his own personal video that he decided to make when the rubber hit the road. His friend died in front of him. And one of the things that came to his mind was probably recording his last recording ever, because he don't know if somebody's going to come and do a rampage. Everybody's running. There's shots fired. We don't know if there's multiple assailants. And Terrell decided to do this. Terrell will never portray Charlie Kirk. I will put my life on Terrell. I can't name these other people. I don't know. If I don't know whether you would do, will you betray Charlie or not, I can't speak for you. But I know Terrell. He would never betray Charlie. Right thing. I will fight to no end to have Charlie's legacy continue, because I think he was a good man. Charlie was my family member. Charlie was my brother in the flesh, my brother in Christ. But my goodness, man, I used to talk to Charlie face to face. And I said, whatever you need, I got your back. And I knew Charlie knew that he could trust me. That's why he would have me speak all around the country. When he couldn't do stuff, Brandon, can you go speak? He had me tour campus 2 years in a row. It was me and him on campus 2 years in a row. Why? Because he trusts me. And so when the man dies, he should be able to trust me that after he's dead. He should be able to trust that B. Tatum looked me in my face and said that he support me and that he got my back. And that mean I got his back, and that mean I got his wife's back.
I have been holding the line since the very beginning, the day that Charlie Kirk lost his life. And it's a shame that people are coming after me over this stuff. And now I got to address this because people are silly as a mother. That's the first thing. Second thing, I'm sick of y'all in the inbox telling me who I should be friends with. Let me just be very blunt with you. Candace Owens is family to me. She's my friend, and she's going to always be my friend. That doesn't mean I agree with her. I don't agree with nothing that she's doing or saying. I don't agree with it. I still love her. She's still my friend. I still pray for her. I still got her back. But at the end of the day, two people that are best friends or good friends can disagree with one another. And I disagree. I don't know how many times I got to say this to you clowns. And then you want me to say her name, say her name. You know exactly who I'm talking about, but you want me to say her name because you want drama. Then you claim you don't want drama. Then you claim you sad because the drama is happening. Why are y'all bickering back and forth with Charlie Kirk and other? But you want me to blast my friend. Somebody that got my back before you start following me. Somebody, with me and her been friends before I ever was popular, before I ever was famous, before you ever knew anything about me. Half of you clowns, if the rubber hit the road, you will turn your back on me. And I believe that's something that my friend has never done, has never turned her back on me. She disagreed with me and I disagree with her, but she ain't gonna turn her back on me and I'm not gonna turn my back on her. The same thing with Charlie. How many times do you see Charlie blast Candace Owens online? That's why I'm sick of y'all, man. It's a double standard. Charlie Kirk never blasted Candace Owens online, never said her name. Erika Kirk just got on Fox News and didn't say Candace's name. But y'all crying about me saying her name. It's not really about the person, it's about the action. It's about what I believe about the topic. And so for you clowns out here, unfollow me if you got a problem with what I say. Unfollow me if you want me to blast Candace and put a name out there because you want a minute of controversy. When you don't have to live with none of it because you don't know none of these people. All right, now let's get to the topic here. Candace Owens obviously said some things about Erika Kirk, and I just don't understand. That's like my biggest principle here, my biggest focal point here, my biggest line of frustration. I just don't understand. I don't understand. And Erika Kirk came out and said some things that made me emotional because I could only imagine what she's going through in a time like this. And I just do not understand. And people want me to say, Candace ain't the only person that's saying certain things about Turning Point and saying certain things about this controversy and talking about conspiracies. So it's not really about Candace alone. You see the people in her comment section? All of them believe the same thing. All of them are pushing the same message. So let me get to let the main thing be the freaking doggone main thing. I do not understand why anybody would think that Turning Point set up Charlie to kill him. There's no evidence of it. It never has been evidence of it. I've been saying this from the beginning, even before Erika ever said anything about it, even before Turning Point ever tried to defend themselves. I was defending them from the beginning, saying they ain't got nothing to do with this. I was defending Terrell, saying he ain't had nothing to do with this. I don't think Andrew and them had anything to do with him getting killed. I think this is a very simple, basic thing. The simple, basic, plain language of it is that there was a leftist lunatic that hated Charlie because he was incredibly effective. They couldn't beat him when they argued, so they killed him. Ineffectiveness from security, ineffectiveness from the police, ineffectiveness from a whole bunch of different angles that led to Charlie Kirk's death. And Charlie Kirk himself did not listen when they told him to go indoors and couldn't be outside. Now, I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just saying this is how this thing happened. Now, Charlie Kirk believed in God and he was going to do what he believed was best, and he died over it. And I think that he can live with that, for lack of better terms. I think Charlie Kirk knew that there was a possibility that he could die. And when you living right and your death is you going to heaven, I don't think it really mattered that much to him because he knew God was going to cover his family. That's just my opinion about it. But let's talk about the fact that I just don't understand why anybody would pick the battle to go against Erika Kirk, Turning Point USA, and push conspiracies around his death. I just don't understand it. I never will. Now, in all honesty, I haven't talked to Candace about this. And one day, me and her will sit down, and I got to ask her, like, what do you see? What is it that has driven you to feel this way, and to say these things that come across as incredibly hurtful and insensitive? That's one thing that me and her will talk about at some point in time, and face to face, not over the phone, not texting, face to face. And because I don't really know what's going on, right? I just know the things that I've seen, and I put two and two together, and two and two together make up what my philosophy is. And I don't think Turning Point had nothing to do with it. I don't think it's something else Israel had nothing to do with it. I don't think the French had anything to do with it. I think it's a leftist lunatic that got brainwashed and became emotionally unstable and decided that the best thing he can do is assassinate Charlie Kirk. And what did he do? He went up on a roof and he assassinated Charlie Kirk, and he got caught. Because he's not a professional assassin, it took them about 48 hours or whatever to catch him. He's in jail right now. His defense attorney is not coming out saying that he's innocent and saying that he was framed and saying there's any controversy. They know better. I saw the affidavit. I saw what they presented to the court. It's damning evidence. And if the bullet matches the rifle, which I'm hearing that it does 100%, then it's a open and shut case. And that all of this controversy was for no reason. And the thing is that it's not just the controversy and not just individuals saying stuff. It's the algorithm. When I was coming out and I was disagreeing with Candace, and I didn't throw her name out there because her name and who she is irrelevant to the things that are being said, because she's not the only one saying it. So when I would come out and say these things and say it's wrong to do this and you shouldn't do this and na, everybody in the comment section would eat me alive. How you don't ask questions about Charlie? You really didn't care about Charlie. I'm gonna unfollow you. And then I talked to Candace on the phone about something that I thought she was being honest with me about. And I just mentioned that on my podcast, and everybody eat me up. How you support Candace now? You believe in Candace? I'm like, wait a minute. Y'all the same ones that killed me when I said I disagree with her. And then now this one topic, I say, well, dang, she came to me this way. And I felt very compelled that she was actually telling me the truth about what she told me. Eviscerate. She has this thing with the game. And I'm just talking specifically about the game and the anomaly of her with celebrities. I'm not even talking about Erika. I'm not even talking about Turning Point. I'm not talking about Conspiracies. I'm not talking about Charlie Kirk. It had nothing to do with none of that. I'm talking about her in the mainstream with celebrities. And y'all fools out here mad at me for it. So I think it's the algorithm. Tim Pool came out and just completely blasted Candace. And he got so much hate in his comment section. So to me, you getting tricked by the algorithm as well. They're pushing this, they're pushing that, and they tricking y'all, making y'all argue. And you looking at this person and pointing at this person, talking about this person, yet we getting played. And y'all falling for it. I thought that what Erika Kirk said on her, the Fox News interview, I agree, man. It's terrible. I feel bad for her. I feel bad for Charlie. Like everything that Charlie pushed for, people are against. Some people are against. Everything he pushed for, they're against. It seems that they're against. Charlie Kirk was big on voting. Charlie Kirk was a big Trump supporter. Charlie Kirk never interviewed Nick Fuentes. He despised Nick Fuentes. Charlie Kirk wanted Turning Point to be the biggest organization to ever exist. Charlie Kirk loved his wife. He wanted his wife to be in a position his wife is in. Now, if you don't like Charlie Kirk, then that's fine. Then you could argue about everything that he believes, then you could want to tear it down. But if you claim that you love Charlie Kirk and you knew Charlie Kirk and you were a fan of Charlie Kirk or whatever the case may be, why would you tear down everything that Charlie Kirk built? Turning Point USA should be off limits. You should never talk about unless you have unequivocal evidence. You shouldn't push conspiracies about things unless you have unequivocal evidence, because you being wrong is going to hurt people. You being wrong will get you sued. You being wrong, you would lose your reputation. And I don't think that there's any evidence so ever. I would never say anything about Turning Point like that. And I'm gonna keep it real, just like my loyalty to Candace and loyalty to like Turning Point don't do everything right, man. But I'm not gonna be out here blasting Turning Point. There's gonna have to be a specific, dire need for me to address the Turning Point situation. It has to be a dire need for me to come out and blast Turning Point. Even if I knew Turning Point had made a mistake here, and here, I'm not going to blast Turning Point. Just not going to do it. Even if Erika Kirk wasn't perfect and this, and that, I'm not going to blast Erika. I may talk about concept, I'm going to blast Erika. Just like Charlie Kirk, I had disagreements with Charlie Kirk. Me and him had some things, some theological things we disagreed on. Who cares? I'm not going to blast Charlie Kirk online because I disagree with one or two things he did. If I found out Charlie Kirk had did something, I'll come to Charlie Kirk personally. I'm not going to blast him online. That's just the loyalty that I have to certain people that I'm really friends with in real life. Same thing with Candace. Candace didn't do stuff that I don't agree with, but I'm not going to blast her and try to and cuss her out and call her a B online. It's not going to happen. But I can disagree with the things she say. And it's troubling to me to see the fallout. It's troubling to me. And I just had to get this off my chest. I just had to get it out of my chest. And It bothers me, man. I wish there's a point in time. There's so many people that love me and come up to me everywhere I go, restaurants or whatever, and I love y'all back. And you ain't never gonna catch me not giving you a hug and appreciating what you do. It ain't never gonna happen. So whenever you see me, I love y'all. Y'all the only reason why I keep going on this topic. Because I'm sick of the comments. I'm sick of the fakery. I'm sick of fake people. I'm sick of the controversy. I'm sick of me having everybody back and nobody having my back. I'm sick of it. I just want to be a businessman. I want to make $1 billion and I want to give back to the world. I want to take care of my kids. I want to have the stuff I always dreamed about, and I want to change the world by helping as many people as I can with hundreds of millions of dollars of helping people, even billions if I can make more than that. That's all I want to do in life. I just want to help people. I want to mentor young men. I want to help people get to their goal. I'm so sick of this politics stuff. I'd quit this politics stuff because it's lame. And it has gotten out of control because people are stupid. Nobody can think for themselves. Nobody got common sense. Everybody trying to jockey for the number one position. Everybody fake. It's sickening to me. And I'm not saying it's not like that in other industries, but I would never do this. I've made enough money and I started several businesses. Many of them are 7-figure businesses. I would love to walk away from this and say, y'all can keep this stuff, man. I want nothing to do with it. Y'all can stay in this political bubble. Y'all can still be polarizing to one another, still be stuck on stupid, not researching nothing, don't care about nothing, chasing every Tom, Dick, and Harry that's saying what you think you want to hear, saying, I don't like you, I like you today. But it's because of the people who come up to me when I'm in public and say, Brandon, you changed my life. Thank you for keeping it real. Thank you for being a voice. It's because of those people that I say, I'll never quit on them. I will never quit on them. I would never turn my back on people who have supported me and people who really are being changed by what I'm doing here. Because ultimately, I want to make a difference. And if what I'm doing on this microphone, on this YouTube channel is making a difference, and I see the people that come up to me, not you lames that's online deriding, but I'm talking about for the people who love me, who support me, that see me in public and give me a hug and say, Brandon, you changed my life with tears in their eyes. That's why I do it. That's why I do it. My life on the line. I got to pay for security, travel everywhere with me, hundreds of thousands of dollars of security. And do I need to do that? No. But because of you, people that came to me last night at the restaurant, they said, Brandon, I love you. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. You changed my life. I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep fighting a good fight. But anyway, I had to just address this, man. It's impossible to address it all from a hotel room. I don't know which direction to go with it, man. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. If I go blast somebody over here, it's a problem. If I don't blast a person enough, it's a problem. If I'm blasting people too much, it's a problem. If I don't say nothing, it's a problem. It's crazy to me. But anyway, I love you guys, man. I just had to get that off my chest. And, comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about it.